Oh boy. The worst nightmare to the deep state, though. The worst nightmare to the deep state. It's here. I got to do a spin in my chair. Hold on. Yeah! Woo! What's going on, y'all? I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. It's breaking news, and I'm here to break it to you. You know, it's time for a change, man. We are in a fight to get our country back. I done pulled up this moonshine today. The truck's running good. I got a new spark plugs put in there. I got an oil change. I was gonna do it myself, but I had to call Enrique because I stripped one of the bolts trying to get that oil pan from underneath there, that oil bolt. And I stripped the bolt, so I had to go get Enrique. He said, "Rick, just give me $10." I said, "I love you, Enrique." I gave him $40, a $50 tip, so it was about $50 plus tax. Still trying to figure out where my tax dollars going to. But hey, man, shout out to them beautiful patriots around the world. I know y'all been working hard. Happy Wednesday, hump day, 2 to 3 jobs, overtime, sick and tired of being sick and tired. I know y'all in pain, and I wanted to send you prayers and nothing but love, and that everything goes well in all you guys' life in this fast time travel that we live in, man. We're living in the most craziest times, the biggest history yet. Woo! That's that shine right there. Only the true patriots know about that shine. But boy, RFK, y'all. RFK right now is trending. The internet is going crazy. The world is going crazy right now. And boy, RFK will address the nation live on Friday of his path forward. We are expecting RFK to drop out and fully endorse Trump. And Trump just came out with an interview, as y'all seen a couple hours ago, that he will gladly welcome RFK to the administration, and we'll find. Hey, we got a spot. But CIA director is trending worldwide. Attorney General, I mean, all kind of stuff is trending right now for RFK. A lot of people are on board with it. A lot of people say yes. A couple people say no. This won't work. It wouldn't. But then a lot of people are like, this is the worst nightmare to the deep state. Boy. And I feel like for Democrats, this would be a turning point. This would actually take it to where it would really be out of reach, with the RFK on board. And man, this is huge, y'all. This is huge. So enough of me yapping and japping. We got some clips I want to show you, and we're gonna check out what Benny's talking about. But I want to show y'all this poll, because I know we've been seeing all these manipulated, crazy, ridiculous polls and this and that, and how they want you to think this is happening, that she's a popular candidate all of a sudden. But again, we've allowed the media to build a candidate, man. Had the worst approval rating. She was literally 30-40% down below Biden. Can't make this up, man. Not one single vote. So again, and this is one reason why you tell a lot of people are saying we shouldn't be looking at polls right now. But again, that's it's just what we what we do, because that's what everybody's doing. We got to see what these polls are looking like, even if they're wrong. But boy, Elon Musk, shout out to this fella here, man. I know if you don't like if you look, I know we love our V4s, our V6s, our V8s, our diesel. Look. I know some of y'all are not on board with the full electric thing yet, and the rockets and stuff like that, and the new technology and AI. But look, this Elon Musk fella, he's very smart and intelligent. I love what he's doing, and love that he has taken over this platform and the way it's ran. And this is how it should be ran, man. Freedom of speech, y'all. But I want y'all to check out this poll. Man. Fight, baby. But look at this poll. A couple hours ago, since a lot of people have asked, here goes a super unscientific poll. Who will you vote for? Boy, over almost 60 million people have seen this right here, and Trump is clearing the board. 73%, Kamala at 26%, y'all. Wow, look at that right there. Shout out to that Elon Musk fella. And as you can see, a lot of people are commenting down below underneath the poll. Memes like this, very, very powerful. Yes, indeed. Fight, 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 baby. Fight, fight, fight. Don't let them forget, man. Do not let them forget. But let's get into this whole RFK situation. I told y'all, be ready. We don't know what to expect any day from now. We are living in the biggest history yet. Anything could break. A lot of people are just sick and tired of being sick and tired. As we know, this whole RFK thing, we've been talking about it for the last couple of videos, the last couple of months. He's been treated very unfair. The Democrat, they have treated him very, very unfair, man. So if it plays out the way we want it to play out, we wouldn't be surprised, and this would turn everything. It would literally be out of reach for the Democrats, man. I'm just saying. But let's go and jump in. Let me know what y'all think of everything that's happening. And boy, you just can't make this up. You just can't make this up.
It's the Endorse. It's Bobby's decision. I came into this supporting him wholeheartedly to win this election. And I have to say, there's only one party that has obstructed a fair election for us. And unfortunately, it was the Democratic Party. They've done everything they can, including creating PACs to prevent us from being able to have ballot access.
Yeah, it's interesting because you were saying that you could stay in and run the risk of Kamala Harris win, or you could walk and you could join forces with Donald Trump. When you say join forces, Nicole, what do you mean specifically?
Well, this idea of a unity party, an idea of us coming around these principles of fighting for liberty in this country, fighting for our children's health. We have the worst chronic health crisis in the world right now. Over 50% of children are diagnosed with some chronic disease. This is unconscionable. Yeah. And we are willing to work with anyone who is sincere in their endeavor to fix and address this issue.
Do you believe the Trump campaign and Trump himself is sincere? Do you see a home? You talk about this as being Bobby's decision. Do you see a home for RFK Jr. in the Trump administration, Health and Human Services, something to that extent?
I would fully support it. I would fully support a strong partnership dedicated to this issue. A lot of people comment that in his first term he didn't accomplish many of the things that mothers really were hoping he would do. Made some big mistakes around the pandemic. However, I think that he is sincere. Yeah, I do.
Oh wow, wow, y'all! And I want to let y'all know that right now it is trending, man. All kind of Kennedy is over 300,000 posts within the last hour of this news, man. And again, this news broke yesterday, but it's even more right now as RFK is to address the nation this coming Friday. So in the next 48 hours, we will hear from RFK. And it's most likely going to be a Trump endorsement. And we're going to get RFK on board. Boy, this could be the worst nightmare to the deep state. Get the truck hot. Put it in the tailgate. Get the coolers. We're going to get some crack open some cold ones. Oh, get the barbecue pit hot. Oh, we're going to celebrate. But again, man.
Endorsement from RFK.
And then this is Junior.
Okay. You think that's coming?
Listen, I hope so. I think RFK, I think he's a smart guy. I think he's actually got very good views on certain things. I think there's some other things, we're going to disagree with him on. But I think it shows sort of a unity against, literally, you mentioned it before I hopped on, about the communism that we are up against. It's not hyperbole anymore. It's not like, they're just a little bit more left than us. It's not, these people, she's talking about, we want to set up price fixing, and we want to set up this, and we're going to be auditing businesses, and we're going to take away your business, and we're going to take away your children if we, can't do, drive-through, transgender surgeries for minors without parental consent.
Right.
They lost their minds. And so, I love the idea. I love the idea of, giving him, some sort of role in some sort of, major three-letter entity or whatever it may be, and let them blow it up. I think that's what we need. And so I think that kind of unity, even where there may be certain disagreements on certain things, I think he could be a really great asset for that. I think he could bring people together, and I think it shows a strong, a strong opposition to what we are up against, which is just abject insanity. And I think if we had real unity across independents and others in America to stand up for what we know is coming, what the media is doing a very good job hiding from us, which is the reality of the Kamala Harris platform, which is just a continuation of the Biden administration's platform. We don't need another 4 years of this. What's unique with this election, we had 4 years under Trump. We've had 4 years under Biden. When were you better off? It's sort of a no-brainer, and yet, when you're up against the trillion-dollar institution of tech, $1 trillion of mainstream media functioning as the marketing arm of the Democrat Party, it's hard to get a fair shake. And so we have to expose that. And the more people that we had on board, the better. So I'd certainly be open and welcome to the idea, frankly.
Oh, that's very, very important, especially coming from Don Jr. Because y'all remember he had a huge play in JD Vance. When it was up to the timing of picking Trump's VP pick. So boy, this man, go get the truck out, get it out. But what do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? Comment down below right now, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for your boy. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all we're gonna be covering everything, man. As soon as it break, gonna give you guys the best coverage, the best updates, man. Look, a lot of people are on board. As you can see, a lot of people. I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of Americans are on board for this. And as y'all seen, people that swayed, in the middle, tons of them were, RFK voters, So this would really be out of touch, man. And it'll be a huge win. And it'll really be too fucking big to rig. I'm not even gonna say too big to rig. Too fucking big to rig. But looking at it, I know a lot of people are a little iffy, but especially with RFK's policies and where he stands on this and that, so it can get a little what I'm saying? But we all believe it could all work out, man. It could all work out. And it's a very important message to unify. To unify, man. But boy. A lot of people are gonna love to see RFK in Trump's cabinet, man. This is something. So let's go and check out this video from Benny and see what he's talking about. Breaking news!
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Politics is a game of horse trading, right? Making sure that you get the most out of every deal that you are signing onto. This is a world of strange bedfellows. There's been a lot of people who famously hated each other who ran on presidential tickets together. Look what they're doing to Joe Biden. You can tell they always hated Joe Biden, but they used him. He was useful in the moment, and then as soon as he's not useful, chuck him out like last night's Taco Bell. And so this is something that has always been politics. Is you horse trade, right? You make sure that your enemy stays your enemy and isn't the one who gains power. And so this is the world that's aligning right now against the Democrat Party. There are so many people who do not want the continuation of the current administration, and Kamala Harris represents that inertly. Her name is on the ticket, Biden-Harris. Harris. She's there. So if you didn't like what happened the last 4 years, you're not going to like what Kamala has in store for you. Kamala is what we call her. However, polls, and you may argue with how these polls are being conducted, I certainly do, but polls show that Kamala Harris is doing better than Joe Biden. Now, Joe Biden was always like kind of neck and neck with Donald Trump in the polls. Donald Trump pulled away drastically after the debate. And this is now polls are showing that Kamala Harris, that effectively it's a tied race, right? Kamala Harris has a 1 point on Donald Trump. A lot of
y'all are like, what? Tied? But again, y'all, We know how how some of these polls are, and again, tons of polls have Trump up way ahead. There's tons of polls that have Trump winning in a landslide, but again, we can't get complacent, because again, we are not against a candidate. We are against a machine, and y'all see how this machine is how it works, and how the machine completely shut out. And they had to, put some new parts in there and rig the machine back up. And that's why I say it's gonna be too big to rig this year, man. But if it plays out this way, I think it's gonna be too big to rig. Too big to rig. I wish I can say it out loud, but I don't want to get in there. Yeah. I gotta watch my language, But them Patriots, y'all say it out loud for me, man. I'm gonna say it out loud when we cut the camera. Too.
And 1 point in any poll is within the margin of error. So it's a 50-50 race. So all of these things, and you could argue that Kamala Harris is now a sinking stock, and she has actually deflated quite a bit, but all of these things add up to a very, very close electoral battle on Election Day. That's just sort of what we see. With Joe Biden, I think that Donald Trump could have won 40 states. He's that damaged of goods. But with Kamala Harris, you vector and factor in some differences. Typically, what you end up doing is just leaning on the Democrat get out the vote machines. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where our top story of the day pops in. RFK, very famous name in the Democrat Party. The Kennedys, very famous people inside the Democrat Party. He's running for president as an independent, and he's on all 50 state ballots. This is, of course, very important. Ballot access is something that is expensive and something that takes a lot of time to get. And so RFK on that ballot access, proving that he, quite frankly, can swing the election right now. Kennedy is right here at 5%, polling at 5%. I don't agree with everything that Kennedy says. I agree with some things a lot about what he says about the pharmaceutical industry and about the FDA and about the corruption inside of these organizations. And
and y'all have seen it in our previous videos. We've agreed to some of the things that Kennedy, is all about, and and we can see why tons of people in the middle can steer towards his way, but we know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, man. If he's on board and this coming in the next couple of hours, if he announces, this actually full endorsement, and he's a part of the administration, boy, this is gonna be the worst nightmare for the deep state, y'all. Woo! Give me a cold one out the cooler. Give me a couple. Give me two of them. Yeah, give my brother Patrick one too. And give one to Melissa and Elizabeth over there, sitting over there at that table over there. You get them a cold one too. Yeah. Is that barbecue pit? Is it hot? Is the meat cooking? Amen.
RFK proving here in a 1 point race. And by the way, 1 point is the margin of error. All of these polls have like a 3 to 5% margin of error, meaning that 1 point means it's a tied race. Period. Okay. So you have a 1 point difference between Trump and Kamala. RFK could quite frankly change the election one way or another, depending on who he takes votes from. Donald Trump, it shows in the polls, is somebody that RFK takes more votes from than Kamala Harris. Donald Trump, anti-big government. Kennedy, anti-big government. Donald Trump, anti-deep state, anti-crony capitalism and corporatism. Same with RFK. RFK's base eats into a little more of Donald Trump's base. Joe Rogan famously kind of likes Trump, but really likes RFK. And so now you have a very interesting game afoot. What does RFK do? Listen, you're not going to win.
And that'll be like, and I'm telling y'all, if you really put this together, because we just seen that whole controversy, like that whole situation with, Rogan coming out and Trump, like the way he responded, and everybody's like, Trump shouldn't have said this, and then him coming out saying, I'm kind of on board with RFK, but I'm not endorsing him. That's what Joe Rogan said. I'm not endorsing him, but I'm on board with where he stands. So to seeing all that situation happen and then now this is happening, boy, yay! Man, hey, is my Patriots thinking what I'm thinking? I know you are. I can't say a lot of it on camera because I don't want to but oh boy, this thing here, man.
Obviously, but you could serve as the spoiler. Well, President Trump has been very, very kind to RFK Jr., saying if I were a Democrat, I'd vote for RFK Jr. Donald Trump has a good relationship with RFK Jr., and they've called each other. RFK Jr. was in the running to be Donald Trump's vice president. Like the day that Donald Trump chose his vice president, he was on the phone with RFK. RFK, for his part, has been on national TV talking about how Joe Biden is much worse for democracy than President Trump. An incredible.
Do you really believe that when people talk about the threat to democracy that Trump poses, do you really think that is an equal evil to Biden?
I mean, listen, I can make the argument that President Biden is a much worse threat to democracy. And the reason for that is President Biden is the first candidate in history, the first president in history that has used the federal agencies to censor political speech, so to censor his opponent. I can say that because I just won a case in the Federal Court of Appeals and now before the Supreme Court that shows that he started censoring not just me. 37 hours after he took the oath of office, he was censoring me. No president in the country has ever done that. The greatest threat to democracy is not somebody who questions election returns, but a president of the United States who used the power of his office to force the social media companies, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, to open a portal and give access to that portal to the FBI, to the CIA, to the IRS, to CISA, to NIH, to censor his political critics.
This is a powerful argument. So, I mean, you're calling out CNN to their face. And, oh, by the way, talking about threats to democracy, Donald Trump is the one who ended up getting RFK Secret Service protection. RFK, of course, lost multiple family members, his own father, in a successful assassinations. And after President Trump's near successful live TV execution, you got finally Secret Service for RFK Jr. It was President Trump actually posting on Truth Social that got RFK Jr. Secret Service. Ladies and gentlemen, will RFK Jr. be needing that Secret Service any longer? Will RFK Jr. drop out today and endorse President Trump? That's the question that we have. And this is something that's been ping-pong balling around like crazy on social media because, one, it would be a hilarious spoiler to the DNC convention and would cause an enormous amount of panic inside of the convention. Two, his running mate, somebody named Nicole Shanahan, says that the RFK Jr. campaign is considering joining forces with Trump. So this is news that broke just seconds ago. She's on a podcast saying there are two options we're looking at: staying in, forming a new party, we'll run the risk of Kamala Harris and Walt's presidency, draw votes from Trump, or we walk away and join forces with Donald Trump. And explain this to our base why we're making this decision. This is a crazy, awesome idea and would mean really, really good things for Trump. And his, you can see here, chances of RFK dropping out today have now just skyrocketed here on Polymarket. His VP, Nicole Shanahan, saying that they are planning on joining forces with President Trump. They can also shake up the two-party system if they get 5% of the vote. This would send shockwaves through the entire race and would tip everything in Donald Trump's favor. Here's the clip.
There's two options that we're looking at, and one is staying in, forming that new party, but we run the risk of a Kamala Harris and Walt's presidency because we draw votes from Trump, or we draw somehow more votes from Trump, or we walk away right now and join forces with Donald Trump, and we walk away from that and we explain to our base why we're making this decision. Not easy.
Clearly.
Yeah, not an easy.
We showed y'all this in the video we did a couple hours ago. So we already broke this news to you guys. But man, and then just to see, Don Jr. to endorse this today. Man, woo. And I remember last time, Don Jr. spoke, when Trump was, the VP, he was one of the ones that encouraged, his father for that pick. Well, kind of like push it over the edge for that pick, for JD. So boy, and now you see a lot of people are, a lot of us are falling in love with JD Vance. As you see, they wiped him through the mud, but he set the record straight and he's standing his ground and he's killing it right now, you guys. JD Vance is killing it right now. And I know y'all can all agree. We've seen him lately. He has been stomping the ground pretty hard, man. I love it.
Decision.
Now,
So this is a clip that has been going bananas online, garnering millions and millions of views. They run the risk of Kamala Harris winning. Kamala Harris hates, obviously, RFK and everything that he's doing inside of what she considers the Democrat base. And RFK's criticisms, obviously, of the administration. RFK Jr.'s campaign running mate says they're considering joining forces with Trump. This is a natural move, says Charlie Kirk. They both sworn enemies of the CIA, FBI, military machine. RFK can do a lot with the FDA and the CDC corruption. RFK served in a Trump administration. Stop. Put that thing down, flip it and reverse it. Record scratch. Yes. Did you know that RFK Jr. served under Donald Trump and did oversight for the FDA and did a bunch of, subpoenaed Dr. Fauci and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
They were onto this, and these two guys have already worked together.
I love how you highlighted that. They disagree on some issues, but they agree on the big stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell you, this could be, it's gonna be the worst nightmare for the deep state, man. What do y'all think, man? Please, I can't wait to read the comment section underneath this video, man. Where my beautiful patriots at, man? Where my brothers and sisters? What do y'all think of this, man? Comment down below. I told y'all, man. I know y'all haven't put the popcorn down. Non-GMOs, low sodium. I hope y'all been relax on your sodium, your cholesterol, your high blood pressure. Y'all, I know y'all like to put too much butter and stuff. Relax and watch your sugar levels. I know some of y'all got that kettle corn too. I see some of y'all in the back with the kettle corn. You watch your sugar levels now. Because I know this 2024 has been real entertaining. People have not put the popcorn down yet, man. Hey.
It doesn't matter if they disagree on some issues. They agree on the big stuff. We must defeat Democrats in November. So check this out. As this clip is ping-pong balling around the internet and making a ton of news, RFK Jr. is just popping off. This was sent just a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, he went off. He went
X,
off.
saying the Democrat Party positions itself as a party of liberty in the view of censorship, surveillance, vaccine mandates, and the confederacy of fixers openly working to prevent me from getting on the ballots. It's like the arsonist is telling us he's a firefighter. I am running to make America the land of liberty. So he's going. So he sends out. So as this news breaks, he sends out a banger against the Democrat Party, and then he says that he will work with anybody, leaders of any political party, including Trump, to further the goals that he's done for 40 years. Reversing chronic illness, ending the war machine, cleaning up corporate influence in government, toxic pollution out of the environment, protecting freedoms of speech, and ending politicization and enforcement of agencies. What does that sound like? That sounds like a Trump speech right there. This sounds like a Trump speech. So yeah, this is biggest clip in the world right now. Are they going to do it? It would change the race overnight. On the behalf of the country, please do it, says Brandon Tatum. If this happens, it is going to be a massive, massive force that could stop Kamala Harris from winning. Elon Musk, JD Vance, RFK Jr., the deep state is terrified.
The deep state
Donald
nightmare.
Trump is building a team of game changers. Trump should promise RFK a position in his administration, just like Elon Musk. These men can go scorched earth and drain the swamp. Yeah,
drain
Donald
the
Trump
swamp,
promised,
baby. Drain the swamp.
Elon Musk a position inside of the admin, and I'm sure that Donald. I'm sure he's already done the same thing with RFK. right? RFK Jr. has been on the record saying he doesn't want to be Trump's running mate. Now, obviously, that ship has sailed. RFK Jr. said that his marriage wouldn't survive if he was the running mate, but he's already worked inside of a administration for Donald Trump. So dropping out and endorsing Trump, and then working to reform the FDA and the way that we do drugs and chronic disease and pollution in this country and crony capitalism. Dude, it sounds like a Trump speech. We are down. Do it. We will be watching the story very, very closely, and we'll let you know if there's any changes. But it sounds like RFK Jr. is absolutely like this close to endorsing Donald Trump.
Wow. But we are going to hear this Friday, y'all. He will address the nation this Friday. So what do y'all think of all this? Comment down below. Man, you see a lot of people on board, you know. People in the Trump on the Trump administration, Trump campaign, are on board as well, as you can see. Wow, this could be the turning point right here, y'all. This could be the turning point right here. Let me know what y'all think of it, though. I just love breaking news to y'all, man. You know, in my style, in my form, you know. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know, I appreciate you guys for dropping likes, sharing my videos. We've grown this channel to, man, I didn't even know we could grow it to the way we're growing it, man. There's so much love and support, man. You know, a lot of amazing, loving people, man, a part of this family on this channel. And I want to wish the best in all you guys' life, man. I know we all been working hard, man. Sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. You know, so I want to send my prayers and love to you guys, your family, you know, your health, your wellness, your safety through these crazy times that we're living in, man. Prayers for Trump and his family, and Vance and his family. You know, as we see, they're going to continue to wipe this ticket through the mud, but they're showing up. They're not hiding. You know, they're showing true leadership. You know, so boy, this is going, man. I hope y'all ready, man. RFK to be on board. This would be the worst nightmare for the deep state, y'all. But hey, I love y'all, and I will catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.